Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we are from KMD1. We are going to present about mini case study on subject managerial accounting MSc 3013. So before we start, I would like to introduce our member. So the first one is me, Nur Wardina Mardhiyyah, binti Mat Arof, 1212746. The next one is Nur Akmaliah, binti Zain, 1212723. And the last one is Nur Atikah, binti Khairul Jazli, 1212752. Okay, so for the answer for question one, for A, it is the question asks for expected cash collection. Okay, so we need to calculate from November and also December. So the first one is account receivable, which is 83,200, and November sales, 75% times 3,400 340,000 ringgit, we get 255,000. Next one is 25% times 340,000 ringgit, we get 85,000. And for December sales, 75% times 360 ringgit, 360,000 ringgit, we get 200, 270,000. And the last one is 25% times 360,000 ringgit, we get 90,000. So for November, we get 338,000 ringgit 200, and for December we get 355 thousand. Okay, so that one for A. For B, which is purchases budget, we also need to calculate for November and December and then for the total. Okay, so for the November, the budgeted cost of goods sold, which is 71% of the sales, so we just times it with the total sales of both month. So for example, for November, 350,000 ringgit times with 71%, and December is 360,000 times 71%. Then we get for November is 251,400. For December we get 255,600. So the total of both month is 497,000. And then with the total we need to plus with desire of ending inventory, which is 75% of cost of goods sold. Okay, so the total of for November is 191,700, and for December is 186,375. The total of both is 378,075. So the total needs for November is 433,100, and total for December is 441,975. So the total of both November and December is 875,075. And then with the total needs, we need to subtract with beginning inventory. So for beginning inventory for November is 181,050 ringgit. For December is 191,700. So the total of both is 372,750. So the required purchase for November is 252,050. For December is 250,275. So the total of both November and December for required purchase is 502,325.
Okay, now we move to the question C, D, and E. So for question C, we need to find cash budget. So for budget, we begin with beginning cash balance. For November is 22,200, and for December 142,800. And then we plus with cash collection, which is for November 338,200, and for December 353,000. And then we will get total cash available for November 360,400, and for December 497,800. And then we will minus with cash disbursement, which is mentioned as for November is 96,200, and for December 252,050. And then we manage with other monthly expenses. For November 21,400, and for December 20 also same, which is 21,400. And then we will get total cash investment, and we will get excess of cash is for November 142,800, and for December 224,350. And then we will get ending cash balance, which is for November 142,800, and for December 224,350. And then we will move to the budgeted income statement. Okay, so for budgeted income statement, we will start with sales. For November is 340,000, and for December 360,000. And then we will minus with cost of goods sold. For November 241,400, and then for December 255,600. And then we will get a gross margin, which is for November 98,600, and for December 104,400 ringgit. And then we will minus with other monthly expenses. For November is 91,400, and same also with December. And then we will minus with depreciation 21,200, and for December also 21,200. And then we will get net operating income, and for November we will get 56,000, and for December we will get 61,800. And then we will move to the budgeted balance sheet. So we will start with asset that consist of cash, account receivable, material inventory, and property, plant and equipment. So for cash, the total was 224,350, and for account receivable 90,000, for materials inventory 186,365. Okay, so for PPE, we get by 1,006,000 minus with 21,200 times 2. So we will get 963,600. And then we will get total asset 1,464,325. So now we will calculate for liabilities and stockholder equity that consist of account payable, common stock, and retained earnings. So for account payable, the amount was 250,000 and 275, and for common stock 640,000, and for retained earnings 456,000 and 250, plus with 56,000 plus with 61,800. So we will get 574,050. So the total liabilities and stockholder equity, we will get 1,464,325.
Question number 2, A. The formula for direct labor rate variance is direct labor rate variance equal to the actual hour times actual rate minus standard rate. In this question, the actual hours are given as 2,000 hours for one batch and 1,400 hours for another batch. The actual rate paid per hour of labor is given as RM7 and 7 ringgit 20 cents for the other batch. The standard rate is RM7. Then we get the answer RM280 unfavorable. B. The formula for direct labor efficiency variance is direct labor efficiency variance equal to standard rate times actual hour minus standard hours. The standard rate is RM7. The actual hours are given as 3,400 hours. The standard hours given as 800 units, each requiring 4 hours. Therefore, the company incurred an unfavorable direct labor efficiency variance of RM1,400. C. The formula for direct material price variance is direct material price variance equal to actual quantity times actual price minus standard price. For iron, the actual quantity of iron is given as 5,000 units. The actual price paid per unit of iron is RM2. The standard price is also 2. For copper, the actual quantity of copper is given as 2,200 units. The actual price paid per unit of copper is 310 cents. The standard price is RM3. Therefore, the company incurred an unfavorable direct material price variance of RM220 for copper, while there is no variance for iron. D. The formula for direct material quantity variance is direct material quantity variance equal to standard price times actual quantity minus standard quantity. So the standard price is RM2. The actual quantity of iron is given as 3,900 units. The standard quantity is calculated as 800 units per batch multiplied by 5 batch. For copper, the standard price is RM3. The actual quantity of copper is given as 2,600 units. The standard quantity is calculated as 800 units per batch multiplied by 3 batch. Therefore, the company experienced a favorable direct material quantity variance of RM200 for iron and unfavorable variance of RM600 for copper. The formula for overhead expenditure variance is overhead expenditure variance change equal to actual overhead expenditure minus standard overhead rate times actual hours. The actual overhead expenditure is given as RM 12,000. The standard overhead rate is the predetermined or expected overhead cost per hour of labor. In this case, it is RM 3. The actual hours worked as 3,400 hours. Therefore, the company incurred an unfavorable overhead expenditure variance change of RM 1,800. The formula for overhead efficiency variance is overhead efficiency variance change equal to standard rate times actual hours minus standard hours. The standard rate is RM3. The actual hours worked are given as 3,400 hours. The standard hours for the actual production are calculated as 800 units, each requiring 4 hours. Therefore, the company incurred an unfavorable overhead efficiency variance change of RM 600.
Okay, so for G question, which budget variance expenditure for fixed overhead. Okay, the formula is actual fixed overhead minus budgeted fixed overhead. So actual fixed overhead is 8,800 ringgit minus with budgeted fixed overhead, which is 4,000 unit times 2 ringgit. So 4,000 and times 2 ringgit, we get 8,000. So 8,800 minus 8,000, we get 800 ringgit. So those answer is unfavorable. The next one is H, which is volume variance on fixed overhead. The formula is budgeted fixed overhead minus fixed overhead applied, SH times SR. And then budgeted fixed overhead is 2 ringgit times 4,000 unit, and then we minus with fixed overhead apply, which is 800 unit times 4, and then times with 2 ringgit. So both we will subtract. So the first one, which is budgeted fixed overhead, we get 8,000, and for fixed overhead apply, we get 6,400 ringgit. So we subtract both two, we will get 1,600 ringgit. So those answer also is unfavorable. So that's the end of our presentation for today. Thank you for your listening and for your time. That's all from us. Thank you.